Hi, my name is Tess Whitty. I'm a freelance translator and translator training and consultant. Today, I want to share 5 tips on how to find your uniqueness, what differentiates you from other freelance translators. It's hard to find something unique when we're surrounded by other translators in the same language combinations. But this is one of the factors that can determine our success or our failure. A unique selling point, or a USP, is the reason that people do business with you and not someone else. But first, what is really a unique selling point? A unique selling point or a unique selling proposition is the reason people do business with you and not someone else. A winning difference that sets you apart and makes you the only real choice for them. The translation market is very crowded. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of translators in our industry in a certain language combination. So it's very important that you stand out from the crowd. You need to offer something that sets you apart from your competitors and get noticed. This is referred to as your unique selling proposition. For example, it can be that you can guarantee outstanding outcome and can give examples. You have proof to show for it. You back your claims with statistics and case studies. It can be extreme specialization. You're the only one working within orthopedics, for example. Or you only work from clients in a tiny section of the market with a specific type of problem. It's so narrow it almost hurts. I know translators that specialize in horses, waste removal, robotics, orthopedics, like I said. Another thing that sets you apart can be an impressive client list, like Apple or Microsoft, or it can be awards or certifications. Another thing can be a complementary expertise that you can use. You're the only transcreator with graphic design skills or proven skills in copywriting in your language, or you're the only one with a PhD in a certain area. So how do we find our USP or unique selling points? There are 5 steps that I have found has helped to distinguish this. So let's go through these steps one by one. Step number 1, make a list of every benefit you can provide to your customers. List the features and benefits that are unique about your service. Do a Google search and compare your features and benefits with your competitors. Identify what can set you apart, how you are different. What can an English into French translation provide us a benefit, for example? Can it give increased revenue, bigger market, better service, etc.? Then decide what emotional need is being specifically met by your product or service. Think about this from your customer's perspective and add it to your list. The need to be a professional. They are looking for a professional. They need to feel secure. They need a lot of hand-holding. What is it? Step number 2, look at your background to see what experience you have that makes you unique. We each have our own specific background. We have a different experience, even if we work in the same languages. So, what unusual experience or skills do you have? Think about your previous careers, education, hobbies, and interests. What can you offer that you don't? And we each have one. It's just we need to brainstorm and write it down to find it. It can be your portfolio, your customer service, your reliability, your speed, your background, your language combination, branding, etc. So now we've listed all the benefits and features that we can offer, and we've looked at our background, and we've looked at what can set us apart compared to competition. Step number 3, take a look at the customer feedback. If you are unsure about at this point, turn to the people that already know your past or current clients. Ask them why they chose your services, what stood out to them, and how you compare to other translators they may have worked with in the past. If you feel a little uncomfortable doing this or nervous, just remember that your clients, particularly those that are repeat happy clients, already support your business. And if you approach them in a professional way, they would be more than happy to help or provide some feedback on this. Step number 4, compare yourself to the competition. Study your competition. The last thing you want to be is another, I am also doing this. Mimicking what the competition is doing is the first step to being boring and forgettable. So it is important to know what your competition is up to so you can find the best plan for standing out and positioning yourself. So do a Google search and compare your features and benefits with your competitors. This may be agencies or other translators. Identify what sets you apart. You can also make notes of things the competition may be doing that you're not doing, that you can start doing, or that they are missing out on that you already offer. Maybe it's a client group they ignore. Step number 5, add your own personality to your brand. If you are your authentic self in your business, you have no competition. If you are a translator with a particularly interesting background, life, or quirky personality, you can make use of it in your USP. You don't have to be super outgoing to use this method either. Just be yourself and see where it takes you. All right. At the end of the day, the only reason you need a USP at all is to answer the question, why you? Why should anyone buy your product or service? What do you have to offer that makes it worth anyone's time or money? Can you help reduce costs? Can you improve productivity? Can you improve results, enhance safety? Explain how your business solves your ideal customer's problems. To create a strong USP, you have to examine the profile of your perfect customer and then market your products in a way that shows them you can meet their needs and solve their problems. Then they will use your services. You can't be persuasive and compelling to a customer if you don't know who they are and what their problems are. So, those were 5 tips on how to distill your USP. If you want more information, more explanations, and more examples, I have a whole ebook available for you for 30 pages that takes you through each step in more detail. You can find a link to it in the show notes. I also have a free checklist that you can get with a checklist of what to think about when you compare yourself to find how you are unique. You can find a link to this checklist with things to think about to find your USP also here below the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you found the video useful, please hit the like button and feel free to share it with anyone you think might find it useful too. Thank you for watching, thank you for hitting like, and thank you for tuning in. See you in another video.